Hello and welcome back. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to be doing the Imola Grand Prix weekend for practice and for qualifying. So it's quite good actually that we're doing Imola because today I was going to talk about Ferrari. So that'll be nice for us, won't it? Nice and convenient. Yeah. The fact that you can see me loading this up hopefully means that it'll just be the one. Oh, it's raining. Great. Oh, we've got a brake fault. We didn't even do anything. Alright, let's speed that up so we can get through that issue.
Okay, here's an update. We've got a leak in the hydraulic system,
there we go.
so it's going to be a few minutes before we can get you back out on track, I'm afraid.
Lovely stuff. Right, so apparently we've got the super soft, reserved, medium when available. I recommend full wets. I don't blame them. We're going to drive out so we can get used to it. We're going to just get on with it because we've already lost 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes. Oh, I have got something on my glasses, which is not helpful at all. It's going to be a good one. I'm not a fan of driving in the wet, which, let's be honest, is perfectly reasonable. Already got some cars out there. I do forget how long these pit lanes are sometimes. That's going to be a bit of a bastard when we're actually in the race itself. I'm going to take it easy on this warm-up lap, the out lap. Nothing major, just going to make sure that we get around without crashing. Oh, it's Imola, isn't it? Okay, yeah, okay. It's been a while since I've driven at Imola. Not that I've ever done it for real, of course. It's been a while since I've played the Imola circuit. Oh, what? My cat is deciding to make a lot of noise. Of course it is. You may have heard that. I heard it. I have fed the little bastard. I'll say that. He's a lovely cat. Very lovely, very friendly. But he does get noisy. He's not got the zoomies at the moment, so hopefully that won't happen, because that would just be really annoying hearing that in the background. Take that corner. Yeah, the thing about the wets is they're not as manoeuvrable in my experience. Maybe it's just me, and it's the rain itself that's the issue, not the tyre. But still, it's not something I enjoy doing. I do not enjoy the driving in the wet. I want to brake earlier, which is not my technique at all. I mean, look at that, that was terrible. This is not going to be a good practice session for us, I can see it. Hopefully it'll be dry for the actual race itself. I didn't check for weather forecasts, because, you know, weather forecasts change. Oh, shit. That wasn't so bad actually in the end. I like the different colours on the curb. I hadn't noticed that before. Nice Italian flag colours. Well, let's see how we get on with it, shall we? Practicing the wet means that hopefully the time that they want us to get will be a bit lower. Well, not lower, higher. But I wouldn't be convinced. I wouldn't expect too much from it. There we go, that wasn't so bad. Didn't like the first time we did it. Lovely. And we're well ahead already. We're nearly, well, over half a second ahead of the time that they want us to. All we've done is the first few corners. Stuck on the racing line almost for the entire thing, so that's good, that's good. Sector 1 not so bad, took that a little wider than we wanted, but it's not a problem because we are still actually ahead of time, so that's okay. We can do that, absolutely no problem. Lovely stuff. Yep, scooch around here, there we go. Yes, okay, we're making progress, right? We're doing well. 1.4 nearly, 1.3 for sure. Yeah. Oh god, a bit wide. Coming up to the end of sector 2. Should think that'll probably be purple. No, it didn't supposed to. Oh shit, I wasn't looking, I was looking at the map. Damn it. Okay, it's fine, because we're still ahead. We absolutely deserve to be penalised for that, and I suspect, realistically, that's going to happen as well on the actual track, because when we're doing the race, because I am not good at slowing down for chicanes like that. Right, considering we lost for time, but we're actually doing alright on the objective. So apparently we conserved fuel. Didn't stick to a racing line, but we can see where that went horribly wrong last time. So, in the speed trap, they want us to be faster on the speed trap. Well, that's fine, we can do that, but I was quite concerned about the fact that I had just gone off the track, so maybe not the best time to be speeding. Okay.
The rain's getting lighter now, but it's going to take a while for the track to dry out.
Well, hopefully that means that we'll have a dry race. That would be fantastic. Would love a dry race. Would absolutely love a dry race. So we're going to go this way, round and round, blah blah blah. Okay, we got this. We have got this. Oh, that's much better. Much better. Lovely stuff. Slow a little bit. There we go. Slow a bit more for that one. Yeah, we got it. We got it. See, we're getting a hang of it. Coming up to into sector 2 again. Chicane coming up. This is the one where I fucked it up last time. No fuck up there this time. Lovely. Still stayed mostly on the racing line. I don't think enough that it's going to qualify for what they want. There we go, we got the speed trap. But we'll see. We'll see. They want it within 2 meters for the entire thing. So, I mean, I think most of the track we have, but I think enough of it we haven't. That they'll want us to try again. Well, that's okay. Yeah, we didn't manage it that time. This time though. One more lap. One more lap and we'll all know what's going on. Oh, we can see what the other sessions are. The other practice sessions. Okay, okay. You don't have to necessarily hug the line, but it does help. We keep getting purple sector 1, which is helpful. I don't know what we're purple against. Like, it can't be our best time every time, surely. If it is, I'd be very surprised. Maybe driving in the wet is actually good for me. Maybe it's for one thing I'm actually really good at. That'd be a bit of a turn around, wouldn't it? Tell you what, if it is wet, I don't think we have to do the mandatory 2 types of tyre, do we? Which will be good. We'll be able to get away with just having full wets on, which means we might get away with not having to do a pit stop. Potentially, if conditions allow. I know we would definitely need to do a pit stop. We've got nearly 9%, 10% wear across the board, and yeah, and we've only done, what is this, 3 laps just as the end of a 4th lap, if you count the out lap. Yeah, not good. Still, you know. Okay, that's fine. No, that one.
Understood.
Okay. Get ourselves in. Of course, DRS I think doesn't necessarily come into play either, does it? If you're on wet. So that'll be something to consider. DRS flap not opening up. Just nurse it around. We don't want to overdo it at this point. No one else is going. I reckon we've only got 4 laps worth of fuel left anyway. So we should absolutely nurse it round. Take it easy. Doesn't have to be too fast. Doesn't have to be too fast at all. Ooh, round and round and round it goes. Off the track, bumpity bump. There we go. Chicane. I'm not a fan of chicanes. Really not a fan of them, but you know, they are what they are. coming up to what is that? 2/3? No, it's the last quarter of this, isn't it? Actually, no, next to last. Pull into the pit. Happy days. Easy peasy. Nice and easy, nothing difficult. We got this. It is a very long pit lane. You want to accelerate this so we can get back to it. Never mind. I think that went fairly well. That practice program. I think that's what we call it, isn't it? You know. So what's track acclimatization or tyre management? That's part of me can't be bothered. We're going to do a flying lap this time. I know, it's cheating to do a flying lap, but clearly you've seen that I am capable of doing the out lap and the in lap. You've seen it. You've seen me do 5 laps of the track, only 3 of which were timed, and the one that went badly. So I'll just let you finish that 4 for yourself, rather than getting me to do it. I'm surprised they let it super soft too, actually. It's not really a thing anymore, is it, with super soft? We're going to take the 3 compounds and the wets and the intermediates. So the 5 compounds technically, but you know, they call it the 3. Almost. We got this. Okay. Of course, I am concentrating quite a bit, so it does make talking more complicated. But, you know, what am I going to say anyway? I haven't got a fucking clue. I'll make this stuff up as I go along. I haven't got any plan for anything of what I'm going to say, apart from the Ferrari stuff, and I'm not going to say it whilst all this is going on because I don't know how long it's going to take. So instead, I'm going to record it separately, put it over the top. Later on, during, if anything like the last few races, the downtime in between the qualifying time that I set and the qualifying time that I, you know, oh fuck. There we go. Oh, I thought we were going to lose that then. Really did. So we've only so far missed the 1 corner. And even then, I'm not entirely convinced. Oh, no, two corners. Whoops. Yeah, this hasn't gone well. It was going fine. We've definitely made the easy objective. I had a clean lap as far as I'm concerned. Average cornering speed.
ETA on this rain clearing up in about 10 minutes, so just keep your concentration out there, you're doing well.
Oh, well, thank you. As far as I'm concerned, his name is Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. Why Jeff? Because why not? Any name is a good name, apart from Bob. Because Bob is a name that reminds me of Sean Astin's character in Stranger Things, and Bob deserved better. I can't miss Bob. I loved Bob. Bob was awesome. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you should watch the show. Either again or for the first time. Bloody Bob, played by Sean Astin. Sean Astin's a good actor, isn't he? You don't see him in enough stuff. He was in The Colour of Magic, the adaptation of the Terry Pratchett story. He was in that as Two Flower, the only tourist ever to visit Ankh-Morpork, and yeah, he played Two Flower, and that was quite an interesting role for him to see him play. Obviously, he's most famous, I would say, for either Samwise Gamgee or for playing Mikey, is it, in The Goonies? But spoiler alert, I've never actually seen all of The Goonies, so I can't honestly tell you. Hey, we got the full points.
Confirmed. We'll receive you at the end of this lap.
Right, we did everything that they wanted us to do for that one. We might have time to do the next program. And the fact that we've, you know, yeah, it's gone well. We'd managed it in 2. It wasn't perfect, but it was certainly damn fine. It doesn't have to be a 3-lapper. We did it in 2. And this one, realistically, is probably also going to be a. If it won't be a max scorer, but it should be high enough that it would have been a contender for a top scorer. We're getting purple almost all of it at this point. Purple means that we're taking the corner in the right place and getting it at the right sort of speed, which is the most important thing. Hitting the objective at the right pace. That's fine, I don't care. It was never gonna. The lap time didn't really matter. All we're doing is getting around the track. I mean, look at that point. 440, and all we did was 460, and we missed 1. Right. And 2 because of a finale, so we'd have actually been would have been our best lap. But it doesn't really matter. Alright, let's zoom that back. I'm gonna have a swig of my drink. I've got a bottle of Pepsi here. I'm gonna have some of that. So if you hear it, any, oh, there you go, that noise. It's because I'm drinking. Oh, lovely journey. Might as well do something while I can't race. Let's have a quick look at the times for that, because I was quite pleased with how that went. I think we only really missed. I think the second lap we really did only miss the one, didn't we? Oh, we didn't get the DRS zone, but we couldn't get the DRS zone because the DRS zone isn't active. So actually, that's a hindrance. We were limited in what we could actually do. I'm not sure we're going to manage to get that done. We haven't got time, so we're just going to accelerate through this. In this case, nothing we can do. Like, we'll get out there. It'll be 6 minutes left. That's not going to be enough time for us to properly do that safely. So we're gonna take it as it is. Doesn't help that we lost those few minutes at the start. We will do the qualifying though. Hopefully we'll get a decent time, and I'm going to see how much fuel I can put in. Oh, where are we? Oh, they reckon we weren't that fast in the grand scheme of things. I suppose if some people have been taking out, yeah, they were on mediums, so that's to be expected, I guess. That's a couple later. Yeah. I don't know. Tell you what I do know. I know it's time for us to do a full qualifying session. And we'll see what happens. Right, let's do this. Let's have a look at the session info. What can we do about our... Okay. I don't think we can add tyres. Sorry, yeah, add fuel. So we're just gonna have to go through it and hope for the best. Flying that. I know it's sort of cheaty, but I can't be bothered. super soft tyres. I don't think I've actually ever driven on any purples. This is new for me. It's going to be a whole new kettle of fish, this racing experience, compared to what we've just done in the practice session. You know, what with the different tyre. Oh, that was a very bad start. Very bad. We've got a bit of shine on the road. It does make it harder to see the dynamic racing line, but we'll make it work. We haven't got the fuel to do... Oh, that was a bad corner. We haven't got the fuel to do 3 laps. We'll do 2 laps if we can. And then... Oh, God, this is tough. 1:31.2. Jesus Christ. That is fast, isn't it? 1:31.2. I'm not going to manage that, I don't think. Well, we've got a green sector 1, which all things considered. Oh God, 1:30.7. Jesus. Drugovic. What a machine. I'll be happy with 1:35 at this rate. Well, we're going up to the end of sector 2. This could be good. That corner wasn't great, but... Oh, no. No, no. Maybe. We've got 20 seconds to get to the end. It's maybe doable. We were doing it in less than 20 whilst it was wet, so... Maybe. Maybe. It's going to be tight. It's going to be tight. Oh, fastest lap. How the hell? I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that at all. Lovely stuff. Can we do better? We can absolutely do... Oh, no. It doesn't look like we can do better based on that. Jesus. We flew through that the first time. Oh, it nearly came off. Yeah, we're losing time here. Right, we're going to box this lap. Okay. Because we need more fuel if we're going to do a run like that again. We don't have it. We've only got half our laps worth of fuel. We don't actually have enough fuel to get to the end of this lap. So we're going to have to... Really, we ought to coast it. Just coast around. Okay, there we go. I worry about the guy who's behind us. The last thing I want is someone to hit the back of me again, like they did in Bahrain, and for us to be penalised with a penalty, because that was not on. That is absolutely not on. Also, I suppose if we don't use very much of these tyres, then we can use them again next session. Oh God, we've got less than 1/10 of a lap. Come on. 0.004 of a lap of fuel. Is that going to go down? It is going down. We're in low fuel mode. But that's fine because we're in the pit. Happy fucking days. Can't complain too much, I suppose. Cannot complain too much. I mean, we've got the fastest time, which is for keeping at this stage. I hope more we drink whilst I... Yeah, because I do record these 2 sessions together, and actually take a break in between them. It is all real time, as it happens here, with the exception of the bit that's coming up. Is how it happens for me. So we're gonna put ourselves on there, and we're gonna accelerate the time a little bit. I'm losing position, which is not helpful. We're just going to see what happens at this point, and we will we'll be back after this section on I was going to talk about Ferrari, after this section on Ferrari. So yes, today we'll be talking about Ferrari, who officially races Scuderia Ferrari, and I've probably pronounced that wrong. Ferrari are the oldest and most successful Formula 1 team, having raced in every season since 1950, winning 16 Constructors' Championships and 15 Drivers' Championships, the latter with 9 different drivers. The most famous of these are Niki Lauda, Kimi Raikkonen and Michael Schumacher. Amongst their other well-known drivers are Alain Prost, Fernando Alonso, Felipe Massa and Sebastian Vettel. I grew up watching the apparent Ferrari dominance of the sport, so watching these fast red cars as they fly around the track awakens a youthful part of me and fills me with a lot of joy, though not enough to pick them as the team I choose to support each race. Ferrari have struggled since 2008, their last Constructors' Championship win, with the short-lived Brawn team taking 2009's victory, and then Red Bull and Mercedes claiming every year since. The cars themselves, however, have seemingly performed fairly well over these years, with the majority of their championship finishes being in the top 3 since 2008. Their 2023 season was impacted by Red Bull dominance in much the same way as other teams, but they were the only team to achieve a race victory, with Carlos Sainz in Singapore. They fought long and hard against Mercedes for the championship, and, as a result of the last race, narrowly missed out on the second place finish, just 3 points behind Mercedes. Their 2024 drivers are Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz, so let's have a look at them both now. After some time spent test driving for Haas and Sauber, Leclerc joined Formula 1 as a Sauber driver back in 2018, achieving points in his 4th race and managing to rack up a total of 39 points by the end of the season, putting him in 13th, an impressive first season for a newcomer. He moved to Ferrari in 2019 and has been with them since. That year, he managed to win 2 races, as well as achieving 8 podium finishes to place 4th overall. His peak, so far, came in 2022, with a second-place championship position, 3 points ahead of Red Bull's Sergio Perez, all thanks to 3 victories and another 8 podium finishes. 2023 saw mixed fortunes for Charles, with 5 retirements, including a DNS at Sao Paulo, which is a string of bad luck he'd not experienced since his 2018 Sauber season. Like almost every other non-Red Bull driver on the field, he didn't manage to win any races in 2023, but looking at his stats across the season, it's clear that the second half, despite a DSQ and DNS, was better for him. All of his placements since the Belgian Grand Prix were 5th or better, whilst those before were predominantly 6th or lower. It's worth adding that Leclerc managed to get 5 pole positions during the season, second most of any driver for a year, but he has had a poor record of converting pole positions into victories, with just 4 from 23 poles. Leclerc seems to be at the top of his game at the moment. Yes, 2023 saw a lower result for him than 2022, but 23 was an unusual season in terms of technical issues, penalties awarded, and single-team dominance, so I think we ought to take that result with a pinch of salt. No, instead, I think that provided Ferrari keep doing decent work with the car, we could see some very good results for Leclerc. He has the driving capabilities, he's not one of those names that I hear about as being a riskier driver, and he consistently scores in the points. If things go right, he could win the championship. I don't think he will, but he definitely could. Carlos Sainz joined Formula 1 as a Toro Rosso driver back in 2015, qualifying in the top 10 for his debut race and managing to finish 9th, earning some points. The rest of his year saw difficulties, with as many point-scoring finishes as there were retirements, placing him 15th overall at the end of the season. 2016 and 17 saw improvements for Carlos, who ended up moving to Renault towards the end of the 2017 season. His fortunes didn't change much with them for 2018, but he started to see higher results following a move to McLaren in 2019, including his first podium finish at 2019 Brazil Grand Prix. He stayed with McLaren for 2020, but moved to Ferrari in 2021. It's with Ferrari that Carlos appears to have really come into his own. His 2021 season with them saw 4 podium finishes and a 5th place finish overall, while 2022 saw him win his first race at the Silverstone Grand Prix. He spent much of 2023 finishing in low point scoring positions, managing over 3 podium finishes overall, but one of those was his victory at Singapore, the only non-Red Bull win of the season. There was a specific moment during the course of the race when it became apparent that Carlos was a driver who understood tactical racing, and that we all ought to be paying more attention to what he can do. The incident in question surrounds his use of DRS, or rather, the requirement to be within a second of a car in front of you to be able to use DRS. As a race leader, it would have been easy for Sainz to try and pull away to secure a time advantage to prevent the faster cars behind him from catching up. Instead, he opted to stay within a second of Lando Norris, behind him in second place, so as to give Norris the DRS advantage and keep him ahead of the Mercedes cars in 3rd and 4th. While it's not guaranteed that this is why Carlos achieved a win on that occasion, there are after all many different factors at play, it was definitely the sort of tactical play that we don't typically see in the sport. And of course, that's a particularly niche tactical move. Fingers crossed we'll see more of the same from him in 2024, and if not that specific play, at least the sort of intelligent racing that really makes you think afterwards. We also saw it from Leclerc in Abu Dhabi at the end of the season, so it definitely feels like a Ferrari technique to be considering the best way to achieve the result they want, and acknowledging that being the fastest isn't always the best way to do that. I look forward to more of the same from both of them. Okay, welcome back. We are going to do another lap, purely because we dropped down so much. I'd quite like to maybe, just maybe, catch up a little bit. Hopefully, it would be nice. Sector 2 is where we lost the most time compared to the current best. So if we could do well on Sector 2, that would be great. We've maybe got time to do 2 laps. Maybe. So we're going to see what happens. Obviously, from our experience, I'm going to be able to make up time in the actual race itself, both the sprint and the proper, because that is kind of what I do. I end up overtaking, sometimes quite cleanly, sometimes quite dirty. Take what I learned from the sprint race and apply it to the main race, and end up taking advantage of that quite nicely. Oh, I shouldn't have slowed down at all there. Oh, take that too wide. This isn't good. This isn't good. Sector 1 was not good at all, but maybe, just maybe, we can salvage it with Sector 2. Like I say, that's for Sector we lost the most time on so far, and we did go wide on a few of the corners the first time. I think this was one of them. No, it was this one. Ah, too tight, not wide. Oh no, we are ahead though. We are ahead of our old time. That's not good. Nah, we're not gonna make much up like that, are we? Oh Christ, they were 2 seconds ahead of us. That was top of the grid. What have we got here? Yeah, we're not going to do anyone out of this at all, are we? Actually, about to be. No, we're still 19th. Okay, maybe we can get by here. Everyone's gone out for another lap. Jesus Christ, this is their out laps. They've ruined our track rate. Oh, we're bastards!
Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please.
Absolute bastards. I was absolutely gonna try for a faster time there. The traffic got really in the way. Obstruction. If it was the other way round, if I'd been in their way, would have been a problem. But no. No. Absolute fucking wankers. Absolute wankers, all of them. I'm annoyed now. I don't know what the issue is, but maybe it's because of they're obstructing. Can't believe this. The whole fucking field out, right as I'm trying to do my final run. That couldn't have been any worse timing for me. Because now we're going to be starting in 19th no matter what. There's not a chance we can get another lap done. If we had the fuel for it, absolutely we could try. But we don't have the fuel for it. Alright, let's just get into it here. They've really pissed me off now. They've really pissed me off. Bastards. Because we can't get round. We can't get fueled up and round in time. Fuck's sake. Well, that's it. Starting from 19th. So that's going to be fun. I shouldn't have bothered doing the extra laps. Should I just let the timer run down? Disappointing. Really disappointing. Oh well, we live and we learn, and obviously, like I say, sprint races, I can very often get some decent overtaking done in the racing, so we'll have to see what happens. Where are we? I mean, that's a bloody good lap, to be fair, but we, I think, still have the fastest Sector 3. I should never accelerate, I should have just scrolled down. I think we've got the fastest Sector 3. Doesn't specify. Okay. Yeah, Christ, that was It's only 1 second, 1.1. So actually, it's not that bad. And again, their sector 2, I think it said was 2 seconds faster than ours. So I mean, we're gaining a second elsewhere, but they're not. So it'll be fine. And you'll see just how fine it is if you join me for the sprint later on today and for the actual race tomorrow. So hopefully I'll see you there. Thank you and goodbye.